Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another day of Vlogmas. Today I'm going to actually try on the products that I shared with you guys in my Black Friday haul. I posted that right after Black Friday, so I will link that below for you in case you missed it. But I didn't pick up a ton of makeup. That video was mostly like clothing and thrifted pieces like decor, but I did pick up a little bit of makeup, so I want to try it today. The only thing I don't have is my order from Cleona, and they did say that the estimated shipping should take a while, so I just placed that order. I'm pre-filming this, so I don't know when it's going to come in, but I will definitely have separate videos on those eyeshadows, so don't worry. I ordered 16 of them, so I will be sure to give you guys lots of content because I know that those are really popular and I'm sure I'm not the only one that's interested in seeing them. But I do have some eyeshadows to try out today from Buxom, so I'm gonna try out all of them on camera with you guys today and just see kind of how we're liking it. I'm really excited for the eye and cheek palette from Buxom. I do have my hot chocolate with me today, so grab a drink and let's go ahead and get ready together. So I did get this little sponge from Ulta Beauty. This was free with purchase, and I want to actually go ahead and use this today and try it out. So this is what it looks like before I've gotten it damp. So I'm gonna try and like show you guys the sponges side by side. So here it is, just regular. It's actually pretty firm feeling, so I'm hoping that when I wet it, it will feel a little bit better, but I'm gonna go ahead and dampen the sponge and then show you guys the side by side. Okay, so here's the sponge after I've dampened it. It got a lot larger, but it is still a bit of a firm sponge. It is real squishy though, so I'm excited to see how it will apply foundation. I don't have a new foundation today, but I'm gonna go ahead and like film the entire get ready with me process. So even the categories where I don't have a new product, I will go ahead and film that part, which there's actually not too many categories that I don't have anything for, so I think we'll be pretty good. So first things first, I was really hoping to try this on camera, but I want to mention it here because if you guys were interested in this, maybe my thoughts can help you save some money. I picked up the Resurrection Polypeptide Cream from Coco Kind. This is their moisturizer. I was so excited to try this that when I got it in the mail, I immediately opened it and applied some just to my arm just because I wanted to see what the texture was like. And number one, it actually has like a purple tint to it. So I had to like really blend it in for that tint to go away, which is not my favorite on the face because I don't want to be like excessively rubbing something in on my face. But this smells awful. I don't know if mine is bad because I feel like I've never heard anyone say this before, but I think it smells like Play-Doh. My husband thinks it smells like paint, so Play-Doh or paint, I don't care. I don't want it on my face. So I'm going to be returning this. I think it's awful. I'm hoping mine is just bad. I mean, that's a bad thing to hope, but like I've heard so many good things about this, and so I'm a little bit confused as to why there's so many good things I'm hearing about this. But I've never heard anyone say anything bad about this, which is such a letdown for me to try it and it be awful. Yeah, I don't know if I got a bad one, but I'm not going to use that today because I got an immediate headache from smelling this. So that is like a one and return type of thing. Not even a one and like a one and done, but like a one and like I'm taking it back to the store because something's wrong with it. Just awful. So I don't have that to try on before any foundation. So I actually want to try out this. I have this little sample pack of the Cali Ray So Blown Clean Blurring Primer. And I've had this for a little while. I got it from an order that I purchased on Sephora. This was like an add-on. So I'm going to try it today and just kind of see, you know, how it is since I don't have another primer to try. So let's go ahead and try this out. Oh, okay. So the texture of this actually seems really nice. I wasn't sure if it was going to be more of like a silicone feeling primer. This one does smell citrusy. I can handle citrusy though. I'm fine with that. I can't handle Play-Doh / paint. Okay, so I'm going to try this just on one side of the face. Oh, wow. This feels really nice. This does have like a slight silicone-y feeling, like that blurring, you know, feeling, but it feels really moisturizing at the same time. Oh, I like this. And it kind of smells like sweet oranges or something. Like it's got a sweetness in it, but it's definitely, you know, citrusy. I really like the scent of that. It's not overpowering at all, and I do not think that would hurt my head. So here's my skin with the primer versus without. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to tell like a huge difference. I can tell a difference. This side is definitely looking more hydrated. This side of my face looks very dry. So far so good. I'm actually really excited about this. I love when that happens because I feel like I don't have a lot of primers in my collection right now. I do have the one from Wet n Wild that is my favorite, and I'm kind of gonna just apply the whole packet because I don't want to hold on to the foil packet. I will forget to use it. So I'm just gonna kind of apply a good generous amount of this. But I've got my favorite from Wet n Wild, but I kind of want to try a couple more primers and have some more favorites. So if this one's a favorite, I could definitely see myself picking this up. This is, I think, the first time I've ever tried the Cali Ray brand, but I've heard really good things about it. Oh my gosh, this feels so good on the skin. I love this. I'm sure I'm applying way more than I probably would if I had like the full size, but I'm just gonna apply the whole foil pack. Oh my gosh, this feels so nice on the skin. Wow, okay, I really like this. I tend to not like blurring primers because I never find them to be hydrating. I feel like they kind of just sit on the skin, but this feels like the perfect combination of hydrating and blurring. And you know, I actually do think it's blurring. Like, it is really looking so nice on the skin. I really hope you guys are gonna be able to tell just like the texture that it's given my skin, but wow. I'm so glad that I tried that today because I have had it just sitting in my collection. Now this says pore eraser, oil controller, makeup replacer. Makeup replacer, I don't know about that. If you don't have redness on your skin though, I could definitely see how you wouldn't need makeup. You know, like that zero pigment foundation that came out? I forgot what brand that was from. Was that Becca? I don't know. The zero pigment one, you guys probably know what I'm talking about. This is probably what that felt like. I never had that, but yeah, this made my skin look so nice. Okay, I'm definitely about to add this to my Sephora's list because this is really good. Wow. First product in, I'm already speechless. This is like the best reaction I've had to a primer in a very long time. This is really wowing me. I feel like with how saturated the makeup world is, it's really hard to find a good, like, unique product. So I'm very excited about this. Okay, let's try on some more products, but I'm gonna actually try to do like a light coverage look because I do feel like this really made my skin look very pretty and wearable as far as like a makeup look goes, but I do of course still have redness, so I'm going to kind of like put a little bit of foundation or something on, I'm not sure yet, and we'll just kind of try to use a very light layer. I'm gonna use the skin tint from L'Oreal. This is the True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. I have the shade 0.5 to 2, very light. This is a very light coverage skin tint, and because I want to use the sponge, I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of skin tint versus just spot concealing. With this one, I tend to use like one pump on half of the face because it is so light coverage, but today I'm just going to use one pump across the whole face, and then that way we can kind of keep it a little bit lighter. So I'm going to start kind of blending it in with my finger. I like to do that with this product so that the sponge doesn't kind of eat up the whole product. But oh my gosh, I could really see myself using that primer on like a no makeup day because it does just give you like a very plump looking face, very blurred and hydrated at the same time. I'm about to look up how much that is full price and add that to my Sephora list for sure. Going to try out this Ulta sponge. Oh, I don't like this. This is so firm. I feel like I'm beating myself in the face with a rock. I don't like this at all. I would not suggest this. And I did like really take my time soaking the sponge, so it's not that it's not damp enough, and it's just eating the foundation away too. Yeah, can you guys see like how much that's eating that up? That is no bueno. This is the no for me. Okay, this is definitely not blending in like super well. I don't think the sponge did me any good, but I could have also applied way too much of that primer for it to work super well with a foundation on top. So I'm interested to see how it would work with just like a little bit if you're gonna put foundation on. But that sponge also just did like horribly. But if you were not wearing foundation over that primer, I definitely think you could get away with wearing like a good bit of it if you were wanting to have that super blurred look going on. But I just didn't really want to hold on to that foil pack. There wasn't a ton in it, but I didn't want to hold on to it and have to keep remembering to use it, which I probably would have since I like it so much. So maybe I should have done that, but that's okay. Blending this in with my fingers is working a lot better. So I'm going to leave the skin at this. I'm going to leave it with some redness peeking through. I'm just going to add some concealer to the under eye area, and then we're going to keep on going. I don't want to have too much makeup on today, especially just because I don't have a new foundation to try anyways, so I might as well just kind of keep it a little bit more low-key. I'll try on my newest concealer. I got this one for a video recently from Walmart where I tried products I've never heard of before. This is from Neutrogena. I'm going to try and blend this in with my finger, just because I don't want to use that sponge. I'm going to use the other sponge I've been using. This one's from Sephora. I would imagine that the Sephora brand and the Ulta brand sponge is probably like a similar price point. I would really suggest the Sephora one over the Ulta one. Like, even with it not being damp at all, it's working so much better, and it's not layering weird on the primer. So I think it was that sponge. But the one I have is pink, or it's supposed to be pink, and it has like one flat side, which is super nice for getting right in the inner corner area. I was sent this, but I've been really enjoying this sponge if you're wanting one. I really like the Shop Miss A sponges, but if you don't want to wait on shipping and you need one like in a pinch, I really do like this one. It is more expensive than Shop Miss A, but I think it's about $10, so it's not so bad. It's not like a $20 beauty blender or anything, and it's really good quality. Okay, I think let's go ahead and do the eyes. So I did get this little mini. I love this stuff. I'm so glad to have it back in my collection. This is the matte eye primer from the Ulta Beauty collection. I had the full size in my cart, but then I qualified for their little like free gift with purchase that came with a mini of this product. It takes me so long to use up eyeshadow primers anyways, so I took the full size out of my cart, and I'm just going to enjoy the mini one, but I will pick this back up once I eventually finish up the mini. But you need such a small amount. Like, I probably could have even used less than this. My nails are a little bit too long to reach into the inner part of the lid. But this eyeshadow primer is so good. Just gonna blend it in with my sponge again because my fingernails are a little bit too long to reach towards the nose. This is my most anticipated product, I think, from this haul, but all of these products are things I've been really excited to try, minus the bronzer, just because I had kind of looked at it before, but I ended up just sort of adding it because I was getting this from the website. But like this, the lip gloss, I was really missing the eyeshadow primer, and then the mascara I've been really wanting to try. So I really did just pick up like my most anticipated products this Black Friday. So I'm actually really proud of myself for that. But I've been really dying to try this face palette from Buxom. This is like an eye and face palette. This is their straight up eye and cheek palette, by the way. This is what the front looks like. I really like the packaging. I like how it's just kind of simple and light pink. Really like that. Okay, so I'm gonna start out just by picking up this light brown shade with a fluffy crease brush. I'm honestly kind of sad that I'm gonna dip into these just because they look so pretty like in the palette and not having been swatched or anything. But I'm really excited to try this on. I've been dying to try it, and I told myself I had to wait to film this video to try it because I wanted to have my first impressions on camera. This has been very highly anticipated. Ever since I saw Emily use this, I was just so drawn in by it. It looks so pretty for just every single day, and especially for travel. Okay, so far so good. This is blending really nicely. I've never tried Buxom eyeshadows, I don't think. The only Buxom product, I have two that I have, are lip glosses, which I picked up last Black Friday, and their blush, which I've had, I think I picked that up last Black Friday too. So I had two Buxom orders in a row for 2 Black Fridays. That says something, because that was the only brand I think that I did that with. I'm also going to put this on the lower lash line. The shade is really nice. You can blend it out really well so it's lighter, or you can actually kind of build it up a little bit. I'm also going to dip into a little bit of the blush just with the same brush. There is quite a bit of kick up in the pan on both of those, but they do look like a little bit more of a powdery formula, so I was kind of expecting that. I'm actually wondering if these were just like directly put into that packaging, because I honestly don't think it's in like a metal pan. I can't quite tell, but it looks like they kind of just injected the shadows and the blush into the palette, which is similar to what they do on, I think Kat Von D's palette is like that, or or KVD. I know they changed that name so much. Okay, I like that pink in the crease. These are looking really nice so far, in my opinion. I'm so excited to try these shimmers. I should have taken a photo of this palette before I dipped into it, but I don't want to wait. I'm so excited to try this out. So I'm going to use all three in just like a typical way. I'm going to use the lightest shade on the inner corner. I'm going to use this pinky one all over the lid. And then I'm going to use this one on the outer portion of the lid. So, oh, okay. It has like a creamy feel to it. I'm going to start out with the shade I want to put all over the lid. Okay, so I guess this shade is called Extra Dirty. I'm going to try that on. I was trying to use the mirror and it's dirty. So much better now. I want to put this shade though like all over the center of the lid, and I'm not using any glitter glue. I just want to try out the shades as is. Oh, that's pretty. I like that a lot. Okay, I've got just a tiny little bit of fallout right there, but that's pretty normal, I would say. Oh my gosh, this formula feels so nice. Okay, I'm going into the shade called Hit the Town now, which is the lightest shade. I'm gonna put that right on the inner portion of the lid. I will put that on the inner corner too, but I'm gonna have to use a brush because my nails are too long to really reach in there. That's really pretty too. It's almost like a topper shade if you kind of blend it out, but it also has a good amount of pigment to it if you really pack it on. Oh my gosh. This is living up to the hype so far. So far, so good on these products, you guys. Okay, and then lastly, I'm going to dip into the deepest shimmer shade, which is called Chilled. Yeah, I love this. And then I am going to get a little bit more of the Extra Dirty shade and put that on the middle again. I feel like I kind of blended it away when I added the lighter color. That one's not as glittery as the other ones. Yeah, I definitely would say that that middle shade, this one right here, is less glittery than the other ones. So it's looking a little bit like covered up, but it would be really pretty if you just used it all on its own too, if you wanted a little bit something, if you wanted something a little bit more subtle. But I like all of those, how that just turned out. I'm really liking this whole look. I don't have a ton of fallout, just like a little bit under the eyes in a couple of places. I'm just going to brush that away with a powder brush. Okay, next up, let's try out this mascara. This is from Ulta Beauty. This is the New Heights Lifting Mascara. I heard Kelly Gooch talk about this. I've heard her talk about it so many times, and it was on sale for Black Friday, so I picked it up. But it has this tiny little wand, and it does have a bit of an angle on the bristles. Hopefully you can see that there, where it kind of goes up. And I think that's gonna really help me like get into the lashes. But I do want to curl the lashes first, and then we'll apply this. Okay, right off the bat, this is having a really good payoff. I feel like sometimes when I first open a mascara, it's not very impressive. I have to give it like a week or two, but this is looking really good. Okay, I think it looks nice so far. I was kind of thinking that this brush was going to help me give like a lot of definition on these outer lashes, so that's what I want to try. Yeah, I think it did. I'm gonna try to really focus it there on the outer portion. So this is what they're looking like, trying not to blink too much and get it on my lid, but with one like generous coat, it's looking really nice. If you guys have watched this far, comment below, when you make hot chocolate, do you make it with water or milk? Because I like mine with water, and my husband says it's gross and he likes his with milk, but I much prefer it with water. So I don't know if it's just that I've had it like that since I was a kid, but let me know in the comments. Do you drink your hot chocolate with water or milk? Okay, I'm gonna have to keep trying that mascara, but for now I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows. I'm gonna use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in a cool ash brown. I feel like this is the most boring part of a routine. I usually leave it out of my videos, but let me know if you guys like when I skip out on the brows, because I usually just say, okay, I'm gonna do the brows and then do them, or if you like to see that, because I will kind of keep it however y'all want it to be. Whoops, going a little too fast there, but I honestly just feel like brows are just the most boring part of a routine. And okay, I'm going to use the Lift and Snatch product, also from NYX. This is the same brow products I always use. This one's in the shade Ash Brown. And I just use this on the very front portion of the brow. I try to give the brow hair-like strokes right in the beginning because my brows do kind of start a little bit far out. This pen is finally starting to dry up a little bit, I think. And then I'm using the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. This is pretty much empty. I need to get a new one, and I kind of want to try a new brow gel, but I don't know which one to get. So in the meantime, I'm trying to just make this last, but it's pretty empty. I do have the bronzer from Buxom to try in the shade Rooftop Tan. This is what the packaging looks like. It's very sleek and really pretty. I really like how this looks. So my blush from Buxom is really kind of hard to open up right here, but this one is a lot easier. So I hope that doesn't mean it's going to like break at some point. It doesn't feel like it. I'm just saying, like, in comparison to the blush, this is a lot easier to open. It might just be that it's a larger compact though, because sometimes I do have a hard time opening that blush. But let's try out this bronzer. I was kind of going back and forth on whether or not I wanted to order this. And I saw someone's comment say that when they wore this, their coworkers asked them if they went to the beach over the weekend. And I was like, say no more. That's what I want. I'm not gonna judge it yet until I get it all on. Also, my brush could have had something in it, like a different bronzer. So I'm gonna pay a little bit more attention to what this side looks like. Oh no, this is a very orangey bronzer. That's definitely coming from this product because I just picked up like a good bit of it. Oh, wow. I'm not sold on this. Is there glitter in it? I'm going to swatch it just on my finger. I don't know about that. It does look really pretty, but it's pretty orange. Is that translating the same on camera? I don't know, but in person, this is looking like very, very orange. If you have more tan skin, this would probably look a little bit more natural on you. It's also a little bit patchy right there. But I had bad luck putting on that foundation with a sponge too, so it could have been something to do with that. Oh my gosh, that is so patchy. Do y'all see that? There's just like a whole circle where it's just not going on the skin. Not really sure what's up with that. Gonna have to keep using the bronzer and see how I like that. I might try it with like a smaller brush next time, be a little bit more targeted, but let's try the blush from the eye and cheek palette, like actually on the cheek. Blush brush, I haven't used this for anything, so wow, there's a lot of, I feel like it's kind of hard to tell how I'm gonna like the blush because that bronzer was a little bit strange. I think the blush is pretty though. Yeah, it's just so patchy right there. I think it might just be though, I was having all that bad luck with the sponge and foundation combo. I like the blush better than the bronzer, that's for sure. The bronzer almost looks like a blush, like a peachy blush. I don't know. I'm gonna use my Sephora sponge. This one's not damp at all, but I'm just gonna kind of go over the cheeks, hopefully blend in some stuff here. Okay, the verdict is still out on the bronzer, but I do like the blush. I just feel like the bronzer looks like a peachy blush. So that's not really the look I'm going for. Also, my under eyes are still looking a bit purple. They were really purpley today though. I think I'm gonna go over the under eyes a little bit with this Bare Minerals Original Powder Foundation. I'm gonna see if I can get that to give me some more coverage because they're looking like really, really purple. Y'all, the other day I applied the e.l.f., what is it called? e.l.f. Halo Powder as a powder foundation on accident because I had it sitting right next to this one, and so I straight up put that powder on like it was this Bare Minerals powder foundation. And I was wondering, like, where is this coverage? I remembered having more coverage and I didn't even notice. I didn't notice until the next day when I went to pick up that powder, and it was where I had thought I picked up the Bare Minerals one the day before, and then I realized, oh, that's why it looked different. It didn't look bad though. I just had to use a lot of it and it didn't give me like a ton of coverage, but it looked pretty good for like a natural look, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna take off any foundation or anything I got on the lips, and we're gonna try out the lip gloss, which I did actually put the lip gloss on the day that I got it because I did this for pickup in store and I was dying to try it out. But everything else was first impressions today, like the first time I've tried it, except for the eyeshadow primer was the first time I've tried that particular bottle of it, but I've used up a whole one before. So I got this Milani lip gloss. It's in the shade Luminoso, and I want to use that today. I've had this gloss on my favorites list at Ulta for so long, and I've just never gotten it. I don't know why. I had it between two shades, and I decided to pick up this one because I liked the little glitter flecks in it. And it goes really well with this look, I would say. Maybe not so much with the pink sweater because I definitely have a more peachy look going on, but overall, like as a whole, I do like it. I'm just not so sure about that bronzer. And the sponge was terrible, but everything else I'm very excited about. I like the mascara. I'm gonna have to keep trying that. I of course love the eyeshadow primer. The face palette with the eyeshadows in it and the blush, that one's really good. And I would say like, I'm excited about the gloss. I'm gonna have to keep using it. I don't think it's like revolutionary or anything, but it's just a lip gloss. It's really pretty though, and I like the shade, but I am most excited about that primer, which I didn't even pick up on Black Friday. I just had it in my collection. So I'm very excited to keep trying these products. I will be sure to keep you guys posted. Definitely be sure to stay tuned to my channel if you guys want to see me try out the Clionadh shadows, because I am really looking forward to being able to try those and swatch them and create looks with them. So be sure to be subscribed to my channel. Also be sure to turn on post notifications if you don't want to miss any time that I post. I'm posting a video every single day this month. So I hope that you guys are enjoying Vlogmas. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. I'll be done in the next 10 minutes. Okay, and then for lips, that's the last product. Oh, I know, I haven't even done my cheeks. Oh my gosh, I was about to just be done. I do have the bronzer from Blush. Oh my gosh. I do have the bronzer from Buxom to try in the shade Rooftop Tan. How did I forget that I had all these cheek products?